Hi, I'm Andrew Bradley and Head of Corporate Law at Bradley Haynes Law, and this video is about 10 things you need to think about if you're thinking about selling your business. So the first thing to think about is structure of your business, particularly if you have a number of shareholders. Are all the shareholders going to be on board with the transaction? If they're not, do you have the ability to what we call drag minority shareholders and force them to sell their shares? Obviously, this is something you need to determine at the outset before even thinking about marketing the property for sale. So the second thing to think about is what type of transaction would you be looking for? Would you be looking to sell all of the shares of the company? Or would you be looking to sell the business and assets of the company and keeping the shell behind? In most circumstances, it's advantageous for a seller to sell all of the shares of their business because they can benefit from entrepreneur's relief. But that's something you should take advice from your lawyer and accountant at an early stage. The third thing to think about is your key contracts. What's going to happen to those key contracts if there is a buyer of your business? Is it possible that your key customers could leave? Is there anything in your contracts which mean those contracts might need to be renegotiated if there was a sale? You should be thinking about those things when entering into arrangements with a view to selling in the future. Fourth thing to think about is making sure that your assets are in good and saleable condition. Clearly that's something that the buyer is going to want and would maximise the value of your business. Another thing that the buyer will be looking at are key insurances in place in relation to the business. Because if the buyer is taking on the shares of the company, they will be taking on any historic liabilities. So they will want to know that there is insurance in place in relation to any issues that have arisen. The sixth thing, licenses. It's vital that any licenses that the business required are fully up to date. And you also may need to consider if there are any regulatory considerations in relation to a buyer taking control of your business or any consents that you need from third parties in order to undertake a sale. So number 7, employees. The buyer will do a detailed due diligence exercise on the arrangements with your employees. They'll be looking at key contracts, they'll be looking at your handbooks and your policies and procedures and any issues that are current within the business. Vitally, they'll be looking at whether the contracts for key employees are strong enough. Number 8, if you're looking to sell a business, you need to understand what's going to happen in relation to your property. It's possible if you're selling business and assets to a third party that you may need to get the consent of your landlord to an assignment of a lease. That can be an issue that can cause severe delays in the sale process. Also, it may be possible that there are change of control provisions within a lease, so even if you're selling the shares of the business, it may still give the landlord a right to object. Number 9, it's very helpful if you're looking to sell a business to have management accounts in place. Annual accounts are somewhat after the event, and management accounts give an up-to-date snapshot as to the position of the business, so it can make a sale far more easy to negotiate. And number 10 is just making sure that your tax and financial affairs have been kept up to date. Often issues will arise at the due diligence stage, and these can spook a buyer if they don't think that the company has been run in the proper way. I hope you found this video useful. If we can provide any further help in relation to any of the issues raised in this note, please feel free to give us a call on the following number. Thank you.